Okay, so we've got a problem with the master cylinder for the clutch. Can't get it to bleed the air out. When I'm trying to ride, it makes it impossible to get it into first gear. No matter how many times I do this, if I pump it a couple of times, see the air comes out. Somehow air's getting in there, but there's no leaks, no fluids leaking anywhere. Fluid doesn't go down even after a couple of 100 k's of riding. It just makes it really hard to get in out of neutral when you're stopped. It's fine when you're riding, still got enough clutch when you're riding. So I think we're going to have to open it up. So first thing we'll do is we'll empty all the fluid out. Okay, there's a micro switch on the bottom of the clutch here, so we'll just undo all these rubber bands, and I think it comes around to this connection here. So we'll just undo all the cable, and then we'll get into here, undo the bolt for the pipeline for the fluid, and then 2 cap screws here, and the whole unit should come off. So just put a rag down so you don't get any drips. So there's the cable, there's the hose pipes off. So you got 2 copper washers, and the 12mm spanner to undo that. That's the bleed nipple. And then you need to get an Allen key in here. So I just bolted it onto this bar and then clamped this part on the vise to hold it, because that there was pretty tight. So we'll give that a clean up. So we've got a little O-ring here, possibly leaking there, and she's pretty corroded around here as well. Maybe we're getting a little bit of air in there. So there's 2 O-rings on here. Got one that's there, seals here, and then one here, which seals on the plastic hole here. So the micro switch is just the 2 holes, just 2 plastic pins. So that was just pressed in there. All I did was get the very small screwdriver and just work it up straight. Don't work off one side, just try and work it up straight. Now I want to get this clip off. finger on it so you don't lose it. Pull the pin out. That way somewhere safe. Okay, so just a small flat blade screwdriver and just get it in on the edge. And then you should be able to pop that out. The piston inside there gets in the way. Feels like it's got a metal ring. Feels like it's got a bit of a metal ring in there. It's not just soft rubber. Yeah, it's just got to come out straight. A spring on there. It's pretty gunky. Little pin on the end. So that went in first. Spring went in there. Alright, I'm just going to give that a clean out. Okay, so there is, so you can get this on the light properly. There's a coating here, and you can see that it is worn on this side. It goes silvery. And there's definitely wear on the seal. You can see here. Not so bad on that one. There's definitely some wear marks in there. It's not too badly scored out, but. So to get that one out, all I did was get the small screwdriver right into the bottom and then just twist it and it popped out. And you can see behind that seal there was quite a bit of gunk, a bit of corrosion. The alley corrosion going on, so we'll give that all a clean up. Okay, so I've just got a little felt buffing wheel, bamboo kebab stick. Should just cut off the pointed end, pushed it on there, put a bit of polish on there, and we're gonna put it down there and just buff that up, give it a good polish. So I've washed it out with water, and we'll just get a paper towel. Washed it out with brake cleaner and stuff, just to make sure we get all that polishing compound out. Probably a good idea not to poke anything metal down in here. Could scratch it quite easy, so I'm just using a bit of bamboo. So that's cleaned off all the black marks. All the little polishing marks from the seal have all gone. It looks nice and even now. It's a bit hard to see down in there. Okay, so now that it's polished and clean, I can see a little pinhole on the side of the casting here, right at the tip, right at the tip of the pointer here. There is a little pinhole right there. And when you measure on the piston from here, which should come flush to here when it's on its way back, you measure from there to the lip of the seal, a little pen mark on here, you measure from there to the lip, and then you measure from there, there, that is incredibly close to the seal actually coming back past that pinhole, which could be why we get air in there. Right, so with the handle on, that lip actually comes past that shoulder. So at the moment, that seal would be coming back past that hole. But when you put the dust cap on in here, this piston should hit this dust cap and stop it coming all the way back. But even if it stops just there, that's still right on the edge of where that hole is. That actually pushes in far enough that I'd say you could actually see that hole. Right, so while I've got it like this, I'm going to adjust the threaded push rod so that this piston only comes back flush with that edge there. So I know that it shouldn't be coming past the pinhole. Yep, so I've adjusted that out. So now it stops that piston coming back any further than flush with that seal edge. And I'm just going to leave it like that. Not going to bother adjusting on the bike. Because the more it strokes back, the more that's going to fill with oil. So when you push it forward, I can see through this hole here, through the other side, I can see the light. And I can see that the piston, that far seal on the end, is coming all the way up. You can't see the light through this hole now.